Most experts think writing a book means sitting down for 2 years and staring at a blank page. That belief is the reason most experts never become authors. And here's what's actually happening. The book you're supposed to write is already coming out of your mouth every single day. Every client call, every meeting, every answer to the same question you've been asked hundreds of times. That's your manuscript. It just hasn't been organized yet. And if you've been in your field for more than 5 years, you're not short on content. You're short on structure. Every month you wait, someone else less qualified is publishing the book that you should have written. They're getting the speaking fees, they're getting the gratitude, course invitations, and everything else. They're getting the calls. I'm Camper Bull, the person behind Venture Dane. I've helped market over 23 books, and the one thing I can tell you with certainty is that this is as easy as you can do it. And I've done this entire process multiple times. And here's the question that I ask every expert I work with before we build their outline. What if you could only say 6 things? The 6 most important things you know about your field. What would they be? Write those 6 things down. Write 3 bullet points under each one, possibly 3 underneath that, and that's your book. Not a metaphor-free book. That is the book. That's the architecture. The power of the constraint is that it forces prioritization. A book is not a brain dump. It's a curated argument. 6 claims, 3 proofs for each. And because you've been answering these questions for years, you already know every single answer. I was working with a client recently, getting ready for a book launch, and they needed to set up an affiliate system. An easy question. I can answer that in about 5 minutes flat. But what I know from watching this happen at least a dozen times is that affiliate system question always leads somewhere deeper. They need the affiliate system, absolutely, but they also need a funnel that works. The one that's customizable enough that each affiliate feels like the campaign was built specifically for them. If I just answered the surface question and stopped, I'd give them half of what they needed. That's the magic of genuine experience. You just don't know the answer. You know the answer they're going to need 10 minutes from now. You know the sequence. A book captures that sequence. Not just what you know, but the order in which you know it. So, action 1. If you only do one thing after watching this video, do this. Set a timer for 20 minutes. Ask yourself, if I could only tell 6 things about my field, the 6 things that matter most, what are they? Write them down. Under each one, write 3 bullet points. You now have your outline. It's exactly how the book started. Every one of us has expertise where someone asks the same question over and over again. The exercise doesn't create the book. It reveals the book that was already there. Action 2. Once the outline exists, don't open a word processor, open a camera. You speak at about 130 words a minute, and you write 30 to 40. A 20-minute recording produces 2,500 words of raw content. 14 focused recordings, and you have an entire book. And here's what happens in recording that surprises every expert I've worked with. You see the language you actually think in. When most people sit down to write, they perform. They reach for formal language, longer sentences, academic phrasing. They lose the directness that makes their advice actually useful. When you speak to a camera like you're talking to a client, you say what you mean. The video you're watching right now is one of those recordings. This is the method live. Action 3. And this is where most people miss the larger opportunity. The recording session just doesn't produce a book chapter. It produces everything. One 10-minute talking head video becomes a reel, a TikTok clip, a LinkedIn article, an email blog post, a book chapter draft, social captains. Pull out the quotes simultaneously. Make it a blog post. Make it a audio file. This is what I call the viral social stacking system. The content calendar is not a separate document from your book outline. The content calendar is your book outline, distributed one chapter at a time. If you have an outline, you have a year of content. If you don't have an outline, you start from scratch every single time. If you want the venture gained book outline template, the exact framework for building your 6-point outline, getting it from a blank page to recording ready in under an hour, it's in the description and pinned to the comments. 3 things. 1, build the outline first. 6 topics, 3 bullets to each. 2, speak it, don't write it. 3, one video becomes one chapter, becomes one piece of every platform you need. Do that, and the book takes care of itself. So here's a quick check. Have you ever started writing a book and stopped before you finished? Drop yes in the comments if you have, and no if you haven't started yet. And when you're done here, watch the next video because it answers the question I get before almost every project. Does having a book actually change how people treat you before you say a single word? And you know what the answer is? It's yes. Watch it next. It's on the screen now, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Thanks for tuning into today's episode on the Strategy Session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Venture Gained.